This Chinese-funded port city in Colombo was supposed to become an international business hub, but it is virtually deserted. Built as part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, projects like these were meant to boost Sri Lanka's economy. Now, as the country grapples with its worst economic crisis ever, they are seen as white elephant projects, adding to its debt.
You have the Colombo port city, where they're supposed to attract international investors. That has not happened. There's not a single investor right now, still up to now. And so all of these projects has a question on revenue models. So there's no revenue pumping in to the economy.
The Chinese projects came under scrutiny as Sri Lanka ran out of foreign exchange to import food, fuel and medicines earlier this year. The catastrophic downturn has pushed many into poverty. Living standards have plummeted. Millions need food assistance. The crisis is blamed on economic mismanagement and the COVID-19 pandemic. But analysts say the billions of dollars spent on the Chinese-funded projects deepened Sri Lanka's woes. Estimates are that the share of Chinese loans in Sri Lanka's $40 billion debt range from 10 to 20%.
China is known for working out arrangements that often turn out to be much costlier than what just looking at the paper would tell you. I think the inability of the Sri Lankan political class to understand the long-term consequences of the kind of short-term gains that they were making from China has allowed this to happen.
Sri Lanka's debt to China could make it harder to push back against Beijing. In August, Sri Lankan authorities allowed a Chinese ship to dock at Hambantota, a port built with Chinese loans, despite objections by India and the United States. China said it was a scientific research ship, but some analysts said it was a surveillance vessel. The incident reinforced worries that the Chinese projects are linked to its strategic ambitions in the Indian Ocean. The Hambantota port was leased to China after Sri Lanka could not pay back the loans.
From my findings that I found that there is more than a civil operation in Sri Lanka, there could be a military operation that they would introduce in the future, such as from Hambantota.
China strongly rejects such criticism. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian said last month that Beijing has never sought any political interests from its investments in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka now hopes to hold early talks with China on restructuring its debt, which are crucial to securing a bailout from the International Monetary Fund and starting an economic revival. Anjana Pasricha for VOA News, New Delhi.